Okay, let's take a look at decades. Jahrzehnte. Let's assume we talk about 2001 until 2010. Please note that a decade begins with the first year and ends with the tenor year. In English, I found the word the noughties, which I really liked. There's other terms for that, but you get the idea. In German, we say in the noughties, so in den Nullerjahren. Learn it together with the in den. The den here is a dative plural in case you are familiar with it. If not, just learn it by heart. Let's take a look at the next decade, 2011 until 2020. 2011 bis 2020. I would call that the tenor years, but I couldn't find a proper translation. So if you have a term for this period, let me know. Yeah, I'm very curious. Now, in German we would say in den Zehnerjahren. I have to be honest with you, these two I haven't really used much in my own life, but if you had to talk about these periods, then these would be the terms. Let's go back a century because we haven't seen the 20s yet since the year 2000. 1921 bis 1930. In English, the 20s. In German, in den 20er Jahren. You can write this also differently. For example, like this. And you see, we wrote the number 20 and just put the ER at the end, which is for the 20er. And then you have Jahren separated from that with a capital J. We have still another writing. Let's assume we write the year 2030 and we want to talk about the 20s, but then we have several options. Do we mean the 20s of the last millennium or the new? So we have to add the century to it, so, or the millennium even, in den 1920er Jahren. This is how you could be very precise. Yeah, but right now if you say in den 20er Jahren, it must mean of the last century. Yeah, or it is clear by the context that you have used before. If you wrote the number out as a word, you would get this in den 1920er Jahren. No one would really do that. You would prefer one of those versions above. Next level, centuries. Let's assume the century that started in 1801 and lasted until 1900. So again, here you start with the 1 and end with the full century. So that's the 19th century. Centuries are always counted, I always in my head count -1. So basically the title, the name of the century is defined by the final number. So you end with a 19, so it's the 19th century. Same in German. Im 19. Jahrhundert. The century starting from 1901 and lasting until the year 2000 we call the 20th century, and you guessed it, in German we say im 20. Jahrhundert. Please pay attention to how I pronounce 20. Although it's written with an IG, I pronounce it like an ich, as you can see here. Yeah, it's really only how you speak this, not how you write this. One more century, the current one, 2001 bis 2100 ist das 21. Jahrhundert oder im 21. Jahrhundert. Speak 21. If you like this lesson, make sure to check out my Everyday German online course. There you will find the full version of this live class and other live classes, as well as my very unique and highly efficient and effective approach to learn German in your very own speed, even beautifully usable on a mobile device check it out. Lesson 1 is completely for free and it's already huge. It's in the middle of that page there. And if you decide to purchase it, you have 30 days money back guarantee. Simple email to me suffices. And enter the coupon live class and you get a 10% discount on the single payment option. There's also payment plans that you can choose, but those are already kind of a bonus. And make sure to join our Smarter German Learners forum, where you will find highly motivated German learners and that you can engage with. I will also hang out there and answer questions and post things there. And of course, it would be really nice if you let the world out there know, your friends, your family, your acquaintances, or your enemies, everyone, that there is a really lovely way to learn German, and that learning German is actually something that is very doable and enjoyable. Facebook, Google, or both, feel free. Thank you for your support. Have a good day.